Good morning, my brothers and sisters, and all my friends. This morning we are going to talk about who can be and who is the natural leader of 21st century. When I say natural leader means the nation which has the evolutionary mandate, which has the cultural and civilizational strengths in correspondence with the evolutionary mandate. As we all know, that the humanity, according to the evolutionary mandate, we are the apostles of non-violence. The problem with the humanity is, and I think this is the biggest and the greatest problem with the humanity, is that we are pretending what we are not. We are pretending as the hero of violence, which we are not. We are made in the image of God. We are made in the image of non-violent organism. And we could investigate that if we stand naked in front of the mirror and look at ourselves, that we have no tools, no horns, no thorns, no tools of offense and defense on our body. Our physical resources demonstrate so well that we are the apostle of non-violence. Not only the non-violence, but we are also the truth seekers. We seek the truth. And naturally, we have developed into an organism which stands vertically 90 degrees. We can go around all the scientific facts and investigations that is staying vertically aligned with the center of the universe is a physical endeavor, is a physical discipline to keep aligned with the truth as it is. Through the law of refraction, we know that when the incident ray of the light travels from one medium to another medium, it will have an angle of refraction. It will divert from its original course of travel because of the viscosity, the density of the mediums. But doesn't matter about the density and viscosity of the mediums. If it travels 90 degrees, then there is zero refraction. It doesn't deflect from its original course of 90 degrees. What does that mean? It means that any incident ray which travels 90 degrees has its original nature and character and information which it carries stays always original. Whatever the nature of the incident ray, when it started traveling from the origin, At the end of the universe, when it travels 90 degrees through the mediums, it's always the same. The truth as it is. So we are truth seekers. We have the great gift of neurons, mirror neurons, which made us an evolutionary apex of universal empathy. Because we have the mirror inside our heart and our brain, that we could feel the pain of others in our own heart. And that gives us an essential nature, an essential consciousness, which makes us aware of others' sufferings, happiness and sorrow, which also unites our hearts and minds with others as our own, like our own family, like our own self. So we are, again, through the mirror neurons, with the apparatus of the mirror neurons, with the gift, evolutionary gift of mirror neurons, we always seek the unity with everybody else, with all the sentient beings. So we are truth seekers, we are oppositions of non-violence, and through the universal empathy, through the apparatus of mirror neurons, we create universal unity, unity in diversity. That's our essential nature. Now, which nation has all these cultural strengths, civilizational strengths, to help humanity to transcend the problems what we have and transcend the self-consciousness into cosmic consciousness? Who is that original and natural leader of 21st century? My dear friends, my brothers and sisters, I'm not trying to favor any nation, or I'm not trying to judge anybody. But believe me, there is no other nation on planet Earth today who can qualify to be the natural leader of 21st century and lead the humanity towards the civilization and culture of universal love and empathy and peace and progress and prosperity for all. And that is India. India has all those what I'm talking about, has all those cultural strengths embedded so deeply in the wisdom tradition of ancient India, where Lord Krishna said in Bhagwat Gita, Atmavat sarva bhutesu ye pasati sa pandita. The one who could see the others in his own heart, and in his own heart others, is truly educated one. He is truly civilized one. That's the essence of the talk. So if we want to be civilized humanity, we need to move towards universal empathy. That's the message. The one who could see the others in his own heart and himself in their hearts. Atmavat sarva bhutesu ye pasati sa pandita. That is the definition of a civilized human being. So in 21st century, we have to move towards the culture and civilization of non-violence. And truth as it is. We don't have to make any fancy ideas of heroism and demonstrate here that we are the greatest hero of violence. We don't need to. That's all fake and uncivilized behavior, and that's not even being human. If we want to be human first, then we have to conform to our evolutionary mandate. our evolutionary strengths, our evolutionary station, the apex of the evolution, which is very well demonstrated in our own body. We stand 90 degree. We are apostles of non-violence. We are truth seekers, and we have the mirror neurons as the mirror inside to create unity of all the sentient beings as family of God, the Vasudev Kutumbkam, and create an ecosystem of universal empathy and love and compassion, irrespective of colors, castes, creeds, nations, and territorial imperatives. Who could do that? Which nation? My dear friends, if there is any nation to save humanity from this terrible violence, the culture of violence and civilization of violence, which may end up, the humanity may end up into self-destruction and a suicide. Who could save? Which nation has that cultural and civilization strength? My dear friends, that is India. So 21st century is waiting for the nation of India, the great nation on Vaishnava attitude, the great Vaishnava nation on earth. There are examples around here of universal empathy, that even more than 500 people sacrifice their own lives to save the trees. That's the cultural strength of India. That's the way India practiced. That's the way India was steadfast on the Dharma of Truth and universal empathy, the Vaishnava Bhava. So India is the only great nation whose civilization is based on Vaishnava Bhava, the mental attitude of a Vaishnava. And who is the Vaishnava? Mahatma Gandhi used to sing the bhajan, and he gave the great definition of a Vaishnava person and a Vaishnava nation. Vaishnava jante kaiye je pir parai jane re. I would call that person as a Vaishnava who could feel the pain of others. Vaishnava janate kaiye. I would call those people as the Vaishnava people. And I would like to call that nation as the Vaishnava nation, which can feel the pain of all others, other nations and other people on the planet Earth, as family of God, Vasudev Kutumbkam. Lord Krishna declared in Bhagwat Gita that the whole family of humankind is the family of God, the Vasudev Kutumbkam. So every Indian has that background. Every Indian has his feet and her feet firmly rooted into the Vaishnava Bhava, the attitude of Vaishnava mind, the universal empathy and universal love and compassion, unconditional, without any conditions, all inclusive, leaving no one outside, like the circle, infinite circle of compassion of God. And we have to invite and invoke that nation, that great nation, India, to come forward and take the seat of global leader, the leader of humanity for 21st century, and lead the humanity towards the culture and civilization of non-violence and truth as it is, and the universal empathy and goodwill. My dear friends, my brothers and sisters, we will be talking quite a while in a series, why India is the natural leader of 21st century. So we will be talking in a series why India qualifies for that and why India is the natural leader of 21st century. And I invite and invoke every Indian to come and contribute in the leadership of India, to take up the leadership of the humanity and lead the humanity towards the better future and for the welfare of everybody, for the Jagat Kalyan. Thank you very much and have a very, very beautiful morning, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much.